Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce tonight's offensive starters for the Albany Bulldogs.
My name is Cooper Jaggers. I'm being joined
At
by
running back, number 1, Jamal Chambers.
Before we get into the
At quarterback, number 8, Grady Mayfield.
I want to shout out
Offensive tackle, number 75, Eli Gum.
the national anthem.
Offensive guard,
Last
number
week,
71,
after we
Isaiah
had
Thomas. At
that's his band,
center, number 77, Luke Minich. Offensive guard, number 74, Caden Ross. And offensive tackle, number 76, Zach Gasso. And wide receiver, number 5, Malik Whitfield.
Tragic.
At H-back, number 38, Camden Kuiper. At wide receiver, number 9, Carter Rice.
I wasn't expecting
And
that.
at wide receiver, number 2, George Cannon. Your head coach for your Albany Bulldogs is Steve Cooley. And that is your offensive starters for your new Albany Bulldogs.
It was like Disney World when they had the fireworks going off. I've never been to Disney World. Well, if you ever go, they shoot off fireworks in Magic Kingdom. It sounded just like that. You want me to now taking
let's introduce your starters, your defensive starters for your Columbus East Olympians.
The two guys that are the most important to New Albany having a successful game. It's got to be all day long. Jamal Chambers. Jamal had a big game on the defensive side of the ball last week, 2 sacks.
Starting in defensive line, a junior, number 16, Clayton Miller.
Now, I was never sure about what happened.
Starting in defensive line, a senior, number 0,
I think he can
Asher.
do well this game and look good.
Another defensive lineman, a junior, number 92, Ethan Gilly.
Yeah, for a while, and that's what worries me.
Defensive lineman, a sophomore, number 66, Caden Smith.
The run game in general was.
At linebacker, a senior, number 6, Brody Miller. At linebacker, a senior, number 4, Christian Austin. At linebacker, a junior, number 22, Gregory Kraft.
That's what we saw last week. The
At
stat
corner,
line makes
a
it look a
sophomore,
little
number
bit better.
12, Isaac Fields.
But I mean, I think he was around 6 carries.
At corner, a senior, number 2, Michael Jones. At safety, a junior, number 23, Dallas Dykstra. And at safety, a senior, number 5, Joel Murphy. Your head coach for the Olympians is Coach Ed Vogel. And that is your defensive starters for your Columbus East Olympians.
RJ Long was another guy we saw have a big game on defense. I don't know if you would say it's a very big game. He said he had some tackles, but I mean, in his debut on defense,
Maybe a quarterback is maybe 30. RJ has not played as zeros. So, 2 more left. Maybe he's starting soon. Captains for
Ladies and gentlemen, we can direct your attention towards midfield.
Jamal
We will have tonight's captains and points off.
Bro himself, Sean Oliver.
And those of you that have not been down there, it is a beautiful field,
quite deserving of
beautiful community.
captains
And I'll tell
to
you what,
walk out to the middle of the field.
I'd have RJ as a captain.
Yeah, but I stay more of the change, and they're all seniors. So.
I think Clay's got to be out there just because
He does everything.
Does not win games.
Oh, by the way, I mean,
Well, I mean,
we
some
have
last week actually won the Goose toss. Like the 2 seed.
Can't see the other two numbers. Yeah, that's game birds. Okay. And
Well, I'll tell you, there was one thing about last week, that 37-0.
Brody Miller.
Shout out to Brody Miller.
And one more that I
feel
can't
like a win because Matt wasn't
Make out.
I'll tell you what, I like game that is scary on the offensive, defensive line, wherever he will be playing 6'2", 360 pounds.
I mean, I'll tell you what, if you're going to be an offensive tackle, being 6'2", 350 definitely will help you out here.
I don't know. I just thought it was a rough one.
It's time for our official prediction of the game. If you're not to do like the past 3 weeks, our official score prediction,
I think we only
Columbus East has won the title.
I disagree.
All right. New Albany will receive the kickoff to start the first
This is
quarter.
the coin toss. Columbus East will defer to the second half. Albany will coming out on offense first drive where you would have to think New Albany. This is, I know it's a game you kind of have to win for the season. 0-5 is a lot different. It's just 1-4, I think.
Especially in the conference. I mean, you have a chance to be 1-1 in the conference or 0-2 in the conference and 0-5 overall.
Anticipating that this
That
year.
that could be the end for the season at that point. I don't know if you could come back and win a game.
Olympian fans.
I think I'm going to go higher on the score. I'm going to say 49-21. I do believe that this New Albany team can score on this Columbus East defense, but I don't think they can keep up with the offense of Columbus East.
No, I think that's kind of the sentiment going around. This is an offense that they will just put you away and break you. So to say, as we await the kick us off, here we go. Good kick deep. It's going to be fielded by Kaiser. About the 2-yard line. Clay taking it out. Looks upfield, cuts right, breaks tackle. Clay is going to be stood up around the 25-yard line.
Big kick by Arav Nialani.
Yeah, I mean, he had a boot on him. I wasn't. I'll tell you what, though, that's been kind of like the common denominator the last couple weeks in New Albany football are just dudes having an absolute.
We've been seeing some good kickers.
Just an absolute boot on him. So to say, looking out there, R.J. Long will be starting this first series in there at the tailback.
I haven't seen this before.
Not
this
at all.
Season yet, at least.
It's been a lot of Jamal to start the game. Also, Jalen Wells Henderson not in the game at wide receiver. George Cannon taking his spot on the far side of the field. Carter Rice back in there with the slot. That will lead me to believe that you'll see less of Carter.
There's a flag on the play
at safety.
I don't know what
I
happened.
didn't see a penalty.
Looks like New Albany's moving up.
It helps the Dogs. I'll take it. We did hear pregame. Might be some Allen Ray in there at quarterback here tonight.
That's what I've been hearing from him, at least. It's the source himself.
I mean,
don't know how reliable it is. I feel like it's pretty reliable.
I would call that a primary source. It looks like Mayfield lining up in the pistol here. New Albany starting here at their own 30-yard line. Mayfield takes a snap, hands off to the right side. R.J. Long. R.J. cuts upfield. Going to be a gain of about 5 for R.J. A rough tackle.
That's a good first play for the offense. A big 5-yard gain that opens up the playbook on 2nd and 5. Well, 2nd and medium, but I feel like you can go with something more aggressive on 2nd and 5.
Well, with the punter situation, we don't really know what's Carter Thompson did get hurt.
We don't know what's happening with the kicker situation either. A lot of questions to be answered. I'm not sure if Armando Moran is on that sideline.
Hand off the left side. R.J. Long going to get a gain of about 1. Going to bring up third and 4 now for New Albany. Now this is where I would say you should attack the middle of the field. You got Jalen Wells Henderson, 100-meter dash star here at New Albany High School.
Or you just go with the big body tight end and try to get a short route with Cam Kuiper, let him break a couple tackles, push forward for that first down.
Something that has also been open for New Albany are the short curl routes to the sideline. So possibly a Malik Whitfield sighting here. Mayfield takes snap, looks right. It's completed to Carter Rice. 6-yard gain for a New Albany first down.
Good pass there by Grady Mayfield, hitting Carter Rice as soon as he turned out on his route. Perfect timing and a perfect ball to start off. It's a first down for New Albany.
It's a good sign for Grady Mayfield, the guy that we've visibly just seen have his confidence rattled more and more throughout the course of the season. A nice ball there by Grady to extend the chains for the New Albany Bulldogs. Hand off the right side, R.J. Long. Nice gap for R.J. He's going to be taken down from behind. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage, but Lincoln
going to give him a couple yards, but it looked like he could have
there
gotten
was a
bit
gap
more. and then I think he got wrapped up by his foot by a guy that was already on the ground. So good to not give up on the play there and stop R.J. Long.
Well, we know once he hits his stride, he's hard to bring down. Another guy very hard to bring down, Jamal Chambers, now entering the game for the New Albany Bulldogs. 2nd and 9. Handoff up the middle to Chambers. Chambers bounces out, a big hole for Jamal Chambers. It's going to be a first down for Chambers. Breaks another tackle. Lincoln, I know you're wanting to call that Beastquake a big
I wasn't
run.
going to call it that, but huge. It looked like a stiff arm, just kind of pushed the man off of him. Carried 2 more for about 7 yards. Huge game for Jamal Chambers on his first carry of the game.
It's going to get New Albany all the way down to the 37-yard line. Let's use quick maths. It's going to be a gain of 21 for Jamal Chambers. And I believe his first carry of the game, unless I have really bad short-term memory loss. Mayfield once again from the pistol, handoff to the right side of Chambers. Jamal breaks a couple tackles, leans forward for a gain of a couple. Here gonna be,
I don't know, he might have reached for that extra 2. We always say it.
We do call Jamal Mr. Reed Richards.
Didn't look like he got the extra yards this time.
That's going to be a gain of about 2. I thought he got more than 2.
I believe he did.
I would have given Jamal the favorable spot.
I think he did actually fall forward for a few more yards this time.
Ball marked at the 35. An impressive opening drive. Some good signs here for New Albany. Mayfield, handoff, counter to Chambers. Chambers hits a big gap. Jamal's going to fall forward for another New Albany first down. Lincoln, what is going on with New Albany offensively?
I mean, Jamal looks powerful running that ball, and Clay Kaiser's going to come in at running back now.
I would keep Jamal in the game.
Jamal is eating this defense up. I think you have to keep him in the game. Definitely a different style running back in Clay Kaiser. Definitely a quicker running back than Jamal Chambers. Jamal Chambers is a guy that he makes a hole for himself. If there's not one, he might just run through you and try to make it on his own.
Agree. Handoff up the middle to Kaiser. Going to be a gain of about 2 or 3 for Clay.
I think if you're going to run the ball with Clay Kaiser, you have to bounce him to the outside more. He's got the quickness. I don't know if he's much of a power back that you can just run down the middle.
We're going to give him 2 once again. So, like we said about the run of Jamal earlier, not the favorable spot here tonight. Handoff to Kaiser. Kaiser reading his blocks. Clay bounces it out, has a gap, brought down.
There will be a flag on the play.
Well, it's in the secondary, so I'm going to assume.
Could have been defensive holding, a defensive penalty, I would assume.
Well, let's watch the move. Block in the back on New Albany. It's one thing that I would feel a little better in the situation if Carter wasn't hurt. Carter Thompson, the kicker, soccer player, know he has a bit of a boot on him.
Got New Albany at their first points in a couple weeks last week. 1 field goal attempted, 1 field goal made. So
it's an offense that has absolutely struggled. 17 points in 4 games played. It's going to move New Albany back a good amount here. New Albany.
This is something that you have a good drive starting. You got to avoid penalties like these when you have that momentum going for you. I think this could be New Albany's first opening drive score this entire season.
That is true. Going to bring up now 2nd and 14 for New Albany back to the Columbus East 27-yard line. I would say New Albany has to be in 4-down territory. It looks like a very soft man now for Columbus East. Handoff up the middle to Kaiser. Nothing going. Clay maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage. Lincoln, there was a very, very, very soft zone or soft man coverage. Couldn't really get a look on it from Columbus East. There's a lot of separation between Carter Rice in the slot and the safety up top.
With the few highlights, or not few, I mean, we saw 3 big catches from him. Was it against Brownstown from Jalen Wells Henderson?
Who
you got one man on him.
Nick Smith.
We did call him Nick Smith the entire game. If you have him one-on-one, I think you got to look his way.
Jalen being pressed up. Mayfield rolling right, nothing going. Gray going to have to throw it out of bounds. We're up 3rd and 11 now for New Albany. It's decision time, Lincoln. You can't kick this field goal. I think Coach Cooley realizes that, throwing his arms up. You're going to have to go for this. New Albany possibly squandering a big opportunity for an opening drive touchdown, where New Albany is really doing a lot of good things here, moving the ball to start this game. They've also taken 5 minutes off of the clock here.
One thing I want to see from Grady Mayfield more is when he gets pressured, he never tries to move the ball. I mean, people might be covered, but throwing it away on 3rd down, as we've seen him throw it away on 4th down as well, sometimes you just got to try and give your guys the ball and trust them.
Well, with him throwing around 4th down, it's not going to get any worse. You just gotta throw it.
You know, if you throw it on 4th down and they intercept it, I mean,
it helps you. It's a punt.
yeah.
I've seen that with my Indianapolis Colts in years past. With
You haven't seen many punts from the the Indianapolis
the
Colts this year.
Colts have not punted through 2 games. Well, we also had 2 turnover on downs last week. So.
Well, your punter has some nice highlights, I would say.
Well, Rigobert's going to be a gain, about 6 for a 1st down. That was 32. Keaton Roberts.
A big tackle at the end there by Chandre Oliver.
You know, I've known Chandre since we were little kids in 3rd grade, and literally since the day I've met him, everyone has called him bro.
You told me you didn't even know his real name was Chandre Oliver, or Chandre, until you were in
very recently,
middle school.
Very recently, I found out his name was actually Chandre, not bro. Low snap here. Villarreal going to pull it back. He's going to launch it deep. An overthrow for Villarreal. This looks like it's going to be pass interference on Mr. R.J. Long. He's looking for the big wide receiver threat, Keaton Lawson, 6'5", 190 pounds. A flag in the secondary. I mean,
that's a mismatch on anybody. 6'5".
It's going to be defensive holding. Believe it's on R.J. Long. But that's just one of those things that, like, there was no safety in the area at all. Deshaun Cunningham not coming out of the game. Carter Rice in there at safety. That's just I don't understand why RJ would be manned up on their best player.
Yeah, RJ started playing cornerback last week, and you're putting him on a 6'5" wide receiver.
Track star.
Now, unsure of the decision there, but only gives him 10 yards.
My favorite part of Bob Gaddis Stadium is that the sun will set directly in your eyes. Straight across from you there. Villarreal going to hand off up the middle. They brought it down in the backfield there. Big hit. Believe it was Chandre Oliver to hand off to J.D. Roder once again. 54, James Smith in there on the tackle, excuse me. Be a loss of 1 there for Roder.
I mean, the second it was handed off, he was there.
James Smith, a guy that we have not really seen getting a lot of snaps this year. Well, part of that, Caden Price, starting defensive tackle for New Albany, is out tonight. I'm not sure the reasons why, but he is not playing. It's going to be a neutral zone infraction on James Smith. Makes the big play. Makes a mental error.
It looked like it could have been a blitz coming in. You saw Alan Roy go up to the line of scrimmage, but I feel like it might have been a blitz because James Smith looked ready to get to the ball.
Did. Well, I think New Albany that's just a lack of discipline because they've been going on 1 for their first couple plays. They go on 2, get the offsides penalty. It's going to be another jump from New Albany. This time it's going to be Alan Ray. It's going to be another offsides on New Albany. Lincoln, this is just a lack of discipline that you cannot have 5 games into a season.
You think 3rd time's a charm? You think they could get another hard count on them?
I would try it.
Move the sticks by just offsides penalties, maybe?
I mean, I would try it. It's definitely working so far. It's not hurting Columbus East. They've gotten a 2nd and short out of it. Went from 2nd and 11 after a tackle for loss by James Smith to a 2nd and 1 off of 2 offsides penalties. Villarreal going to pull it back. Looking deep for Lawson. He's got him, and this one is on the money. Keaton Lawson, a 39-yard touchdown for Keaton Lawson, the big 6'5" threat at wide receiver. Burnt R.J. Long, safety nowhere in sight. A 39-yard strike by Keaton Lawson. Lincoln, we saw the exact same play earlier in the drive where R.J. grabbed his jersey to keep him from getting to the ball. That one right on the money by Villarreal for a 39-yard touchdown.
I don't know why you're manning up R.J. Long on Keaton Lawson. And no safety help. It's insane to me.
Well, it's just not putting a guy in a position, to succeed. It's a guy that is he's very, very good.
The low kick there is good.
Is up and good there for Columbus East. East going to take a 7-0 lead here. We're going to take a quick break. When we return to see Albany Bulldog football right here on the voice of the New Albany Bulldogs, 88.1 WNAS New Albany.
This athletic broadcast on WNAS is being brought to you by the support of the following underwriting grant sponsor: Schmidt Furniture, Schneck Mental Health and Wellness, Sharp Images, Spa and Salon, Stephanie Young Counseling Services, Sword Sport and Wellness, and Sounds Unlimited Productions.
Sweet Stuff Bakery, Talk to the Tail Pet Salon, Tappins, Toby's Lawn and Landscape, County Councilman Tony Taran, Touchdown Business Solutions.
A very flavorful grant read there by WNAS.
Always my favorite to listen to.
That's my favorite one is Sam Siegel and J.R. Rogers doing Talk to the Tail. So that's just the part I remember the most here. New Albany awaiting the kickoff now. An offensive drive where I feel you kind of have to respond if you're the Bulldogs, Lincoln.
I mean, they didn't look bad in their first drive, just a couple mistakes when they were nearing the red zone. Stalled out the drive. I mean, I think one of the biggest mistakes was taking Jamal Chambers out.
Yep.
Jamal Chambers was breaking tackles, getting first downs, and then when he's hot, you take him out.
A deep boot here for Nihalani. Kaiser going to field it about the 2-yard line. Clay falling forward to the 28-yard line here. About a 26-yard return for Kaiser. Lincoln, we were talking about it. Jamal Chambers got New Albany down the field, and he is in the game to start this drive. I expect them to go to Jamal for a majority of this possession.
I think that's the right decision. You see how well he did in the first drive. Just keep giving the ball to him until Columbus East shows that they can stop him.
He's just a guy that's very hard to bring down. Lincoln, once again, unless I have very bad short-term memory loss, I did not hear any fireworks after the touchdown. I was very disappointed.
I always remember them blasting the fireworks. Even my one JV game against them a few years ago when I was a freshman.
Yeah, how'd that game go for you, Lincoln?
We lost.
By how much?
I think it was 40 to 50 points, around that range.
And off to the left side, Jamal Chambers, a gain of 1 yard. Officially going to give him a. Hold up, I'm blanking. That's a 1 yard gain for Jamal Chambers. I was forgetting how to count. Chambers staying in Lincoln. Once again, they're going with a very soft look here in pass coverage. Mayfield looking to pass, rolling out to his left. Mayfield is going to be brought down for a sack as Beej Asher doubles up as a tight end and an edge rusher. Had a couple of sacks last week, I believe, too. Another one on the board here for Mr. Asher. He is a guy off the edge that New Albany is going to have to worry about. Lincoln, with how the offensive line has looked, it seems like Beej Asher is primed for a big night.
I believe so. He already getting his first sack about 8 minutes into the first quarter. He's going to be a big name this entire game. I think you might have to get some extra bodies on him to slow him down.
That's why you should get Cam Kyber out there to block. I believe it's going to be an illegal formation on New Albany. Handoff to Chambers for a gain of about 10. I think Jalen Wells Henderson subbed in late. So either there's something wrong with that formation because Jalen literally walked onto the field right before the snap.
Probably illegal motion.
Well, place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going illegal formation.
I'm not placing my bets. I don't want to gamble.
I feel you. Still awaiting the call here from the officials. Not sure if I will know the exact hand motion.
I didn't even know that was a real thing.
Well, good thing we did not place our bets. No, but literally Jalen walked onto the field right as Grady was snapping the ball. So he was both offsides and subbing late. And I think New Albany might have had too many men on the field, or they had too little, and that's why Mr. Jalen Wells Henderson was subbing in so late. But it's going to push New Albany back even more. Tally up these quick maths here. It's going to be a 3rd and 18 for New Albany. Excuse me, 3rd down and 23.
You're not able to, what's it called?
I don't know.
I'm completely blanking, but
Mayfield pass to the left sides off the hands of George Cannon. What concerns me when George drops the ball is that the ball goes straight up in the air. New Albany lucky that one went out of bounds and was not batted up for what would have surely been a pick six. Mo Bamba now playing over the loudspeakers here in Columbus. I'm not quite replicating the atmosphere of that legendary Penn State wideout against Michigan.
I
2018.
don't. Might be a little bit hard to do on it.
I don't know. I think Penn State's a bit of a weak atmosphere. I think it's overrated. There's louder places than Penn State.
I mean, I'd agree, but I don't think Columbus East will be anywhere near Penn State.
Kaiser gets it out to about the 42-yard line. Roberts in there on the return. Gain of about 2 on the return. Big BK, Braden Kuiper in there on the tackle. 3 minutes, 11 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. Lincoln, favorable field position for Columbus East. They're looking to put this one away early. I would go right back at, as much as it pains me to say, he's my guy, I would go right back at R.J. Long if he has Keaton Lawson manned up.
Well, R.J. Long isn't a defensive player, so I can say go right at my guy and be okay with it. R.J. Long should be on the offense.
It's like R.J. corner's now playing well back. It's going to open up the run a lot for East. Handoff up right side to Roder. Solid gain here. So a gain of about 7 or 8 for Roder. Brought down by Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson had a rough game last week, to say the least.
He did. Brian looked very confused last week on what was happening. Brian's at his best when everything is right in front of him. When he gets confused in pass coverage, that is when Brian really becomes something that New Albany's defense gets extremely hurt by. Have a timeout on the field. Timeout Columbus East. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, it's New Albany Bulldog football here on the Voice of the Bulldogs, 88.1 WNAS, New Albany.
This athletic broadcast on WNAS is being brought to you by the support of the following underwriting grant sponsors: 2 Grand Piano, Uncommon Cups and Cones, Valley View Golf Club, Westmoreland Pharmacy, The Wishing Well Thrift Store, Wordsmith Bakery, Young at Heart Christian Preschool, and Your Salon of the Knobs.
Welcome back to New Albany Bulldog football here on the Voice of the Bulldogs, 88.1 WNAS New Albany. If you're a New Albany fan, you're probably getting a little worried. Columbus East up 7-0 and has the ball deep in New Albany's side of the field. 2nd and 4 at the New Albany 34-yard line. I'm waiting for them to pull an option with Villarreal. I want to see it. Villarreal going to pull it back. Looking to the left corner of the end zone here. And this is, oh my goodness, is that caught? It is number 2, Michael Jones, with a spectacular catch. 32-yard reception there from Michael Jones. You got mossed. An unbelievable grab by Michael Jones. Wow. I don't know if that's better than Lane Pendleton from Brownstown Central. That was an unbelievable catch by Michael Jones. Officially going to give him
up there, too.
Officially give him 30 on the catch. East going to go quick. Quarterback keeper up the middle for Villarreal. He is in for a 4-yard rushing touchdown.
I mean, he just QB sneaked it for 4 yards.
There's the fireworks. Dude, I'm telling you, I love the pyrotechnics. They really enhance the feel of the game, and I bet those fireworks feel a lot better when your team is playing as good as Columbus East is right now, Lincoln.
I don't think it feels good when you're on that sideline and you see your team go down by 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. New Albany needs an answer.
Dude, can we talk about the catch by Michael Jones? That was unbelievable.
I mean, he jumped up while he was falling back, caught it over the head. I think it was number 29 on the New Albany defense. Went up there,
if I'm remembering correctly.
Grabbed the ball.
What
a play. No, it was not Isaiah Turner.
I'm forgetting who's 29. It is Isaiah Turner.
Well,
you lied to me.
It says Isaiah Turner's number 5 on my sheet. So
well, you got it wrong.
Somebody's lying to someone.
You made the sheet.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. She's been like that all season, Lincoln.